Grocery shopping. Some people are confused about what to shop and how to shop for keto. This is definitely not complete. I just have to pick up a few things, so I took the time to kind of videotape sections that are keto friendly and a little bit of info on things to avoid. All right, to make it easier for you guys in the transition. All right, let's go shopping, guys. Josiah, say hi.
Hi.
All right guys, so this whole section basically looks super healthy, but if you look at the actual sugar content
64.
Of these healthy looking things, 40 grams, 30 grams, that's pure sugar. All right, next one, yeah, palms, you know, check this out. So 75 grams. All right, so this whole section here, especially this section, it kind of looks like healthy vegan stuff. It's all omega-6 and tofu and highly estrogenic meats and stuff like that. All right, so on the keto diet, you basically, you know, this is where you would get the kind of greens and stuff like that. So stick to leafy greens, but it's also worth it to know that they're non-essential, and that some people do react to some of the anti-nutrients in leafy greens. There's oxalates, there's lectins, and there's stuff that help and that do help, but they're non-essential. And most of the stuff like antioxidants, we actually have antioxidants. The glutathione pathway, which is our natural antioxidant pathway. So it just makes sense, guys, to not go after your antioxidants with stuff like fruits and stuff like that, because there are tons of sugar in there, especially if you're adding other stuff like grains and other rice and stuff. The fruit is just too much. You don't need fruit every day, and your meat sources and animal sources give all the essential vitamins and stuff like that. The antioxidants in fruits and stuff are tied with tons of sugar. It makes more sense to reduce your oxidative stress by avoiding high carb foods, insulin spikes, and especially the seed oils that are highly oxidized and produce radicals. So instead of getting a little bit of antioxidants with a lot of sugar, just avoid the oxidative foods, which if you're doing keto, you will. Here, you know, a lot of the starchy vegetables, please avoid, because there's just too much sugar. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, they're all sugar. Sweet potatoes, they talk about it because it's low glycemic. It just spikes your insulin less fast, but it spikes it the same amount because it still has to throw in, it still has to deal with all the sugar load. It's just that it has to be less hurried to do it, but it still leads to insulin resistance. Eggs eggs are a superfood actually, and they blow any fruit and vegetable, spinach, whatever, kale, quinoa, whatever. It's better in animal sources. They're not that bioavailable. It's all hype. All right, no comment. Okay guys, welcome to Keto Land. It's the outside of the grocery store. Chances are anything in the middle is full of omega and high fructose corn syrup. This is all keto, guys. This is Keto Carnivore. This is the stuff that's going to rebuild your health, your body, and everything. This is processed, so please limit that, okay? This is processed, but you can still have some. I mean, let's not go overboard, but technically the nitrates and the ass cancer they talk about, it's still actually not proven even with the processed food. But let's limit the process and be safe. Let's go after a lot of our animal sources. Let's do the fatty fishes and the fishes, because they're super high in omega-3s, most of them, and that's what you want to go get to correct your ratio. All right, yeah, don't go after the crappy mock crab meat. Hummus, all legumes, whether they're processed like this, are full of sugar. Okay, hummus is not a superfood. It's just a loaded carb. Okay, This one's actually not bad, but overall, it's still highly carb heavy. All the legumes. Let's go over here. Specialty cheeses, hard cheeses. This one's a nice one. Hard cheeses, especially look for raw milk. Some of them are non-pasteurized milk. It's better because pasteurization actually depletes a lot of the nutrients. Good raw milk cheese, cheddar, hard cheddar is high in vitamin K2. Vitamin K2 is super important. It decides where calcium is going to go. So people with low calcium and weak bones, it's actually not increasing calcium that's going to help. It's actually K2. Higher K2 intake in vitamins in animal sources, because plant sources is mostly K1. This actually tells calcium to go in a good place. So if you're not getting K2 and you're supplementing with calcium carbonate, it doesn't go to the right places and it adds to calcification of your arteries. So calcium, in a way, can cause heart disease. I rest my case. Poison. Utter effing shit. Crap, no nutrition, everything's fortified. Bull crap. Cavemen did not eat cornflakes. All crap. It doesn't fit in how humans used to eat. This is all shit. This section I call a liquid diabetes. Eggs. I eat 4 to 8 a day. A guy at work that's super jacked, he looks like a superhero. He told me he eats 8 eggs a day. Look at the nutrients. Okay, if you eat up to 8, you have 80% of your vitamin A. You have pretty much all your vitamin D, all your vitamin E, tons of your B vitamins, tons of selenium is met, all your B12, so you don't rot your brain like a vegan. So here you go. Keto section. Watch out, I consider this somewhat of a process up there, the Philadelphia cheese. Go for the raw, more expensive milks. This is still keto, but it's somewhat processed. Milk, go for the high-fat dairy if you have to. Okay? Guys, yogurt isn't healthy. I mean, maybe the plain one or the Greek one that has a little more protein. Okay? This stuff is frickin' plastic. Stop with the frickin' margarine. Okay? If you're gonna cook, please use rendered duck fat. Please use bacon fat, butter at least. All right. Look at this bull stuff. Vegan, awesome. Let's see healthy vegans what they're stuffing in their face. Okay. Okay. Healthy vegan canola and sunflower oils. Okay. It's just more inflammatory omega-6, refined processed seed oils. Where's the one with Bindu? Josiah, where's the one with olive oil? Oh, here. Hey, well, what if you make olive oil on it, right? Okay, let's look at the crap that they put in this shit.
This one, plant-based oils.
Yeah, well, that's it. You're gonna see plant-based, Josiah, just popping up frickin' everywhere. Check this out. It's olive oil, right? It says it. Look at this.
It's like 4%.
Okay, 68% canola and 6% olive oil.
Yeah,
this thing has 6% olive oil and it looks like it's made with olive oil. Come on, man, it's all marketing. They're laughing at us. There's this plant-based, everything's coming out plant-based. Well, look up plant-based bioavailability of nutrients. It sucks. Use butter, not margarine. Use butter, it's very nutritious. Try it if you're lucky to go after grass-fed butter made with raw milk. It makes a difference. So unfortunately, at least in Canada, it's very hard to get grass-fed, so the butter is less nutritious, but it's still very nutritious, very filling. If you don't have rendered duck fat, then cook with a. All the pasta is non-keto. Watch out all the vegetable oil and a lot of the added sugars and condiments. All right. So check your labels. This isn't necessarily very keto friendly at all. So nuts and stuff like that, macadamia, almonds, but in moderation. They're good. They're allowed on keto, but just watch out not to go overboard because it is a mixture of carbohydrate and fat, which technically could be junk food. They add salt because they know we crave salt. They take all the salt out of the healthy foods often. They write low sodium, and then they know that we need salt, so they add all the salt in the junk food, making sure that it's combined with fats and sugars to make us exceptionally sick. All the salad dressings, guys, even the ones that say olive oil, it's just a bit of olive oil in it. If you're gonna use olive oil, the only time you ever use olive oil is on salads, okay? You never ever cook with any oil, even the ones that are considered healthy, all right? Maybe technically saturated fat in coconut oil you could, but go back to what your grandparents did when they were strong and vigorous. Please use animal saturated fats to cook, never oils, okay? It's oxidizing, and that is what is making us sick. A lot of the mayonnaise, make it yourself, find the damn recipe, okay? This one is, sorry. These one are the seed oils. They're not healthy, so don't consume them. These are really the seed oils high in omega-6 that are probably already oxidized on the shelf. All right, all of these healthy Triscuits and whatnot, those things are made with vegetable oil, every single one of them. So just consider eating, when you're eating these, not only you're getting carbs with poor nutrients in it, unless it's somewhat fortified, you're getting the gluten, and you're also not getting much but the sugar. Sardines and the mackerel and whatnot, okay? The one thing, guys, about the sardines is you have no choice but to get it in the spring water, because all the other ones, I think there's one actually does have olive oil, but most of them are all seed oil. So you're trying to get the omega-3 in the damn sorry, somebody was passing. So you're trying to get the omega-3 in the damn stuff, but it's actually screwing up even more your ratio. It's full of omega-6, okay? So watch out with the sardines. Make sure that there's no 6 in it. Here's my superfood, the cod liver. Okay, this can for half of a can, 9 grams. So imagine there's 18 grams of omega-3, and I mean, this is a must. I don't necessarily like the cod liver taste, but I mix it a little with a lot of tuna, and it sneaks in. The fishy taste is fine. I just don't like the kind of fatty texture of the liver, but it's a superfood. These are the two actual real superfoods, cod liver and eggs. Go figure, that's what your grandparents always ate. Remember the vigorous ones that worked in the fields, that never had sunburns, that had low rates of obesity and diabetes? Yeah, those guys. Yeah, say hi, Josiah.
Hi, Josiah.
My son is almost as good looking as me. Almost. So, cod liver. Yeah, when I find it, I take the whole frickin' shelf. They're so frickin' hard to find. Use 35% whipping cream in your coffee. Just keep in mind that, look at this crap. I bet you this is tons of carbs compared. You know what I mean? It's like 9 grams of sugar per cup. Right? When you're putting this in here, okay, there's no carbs. So get the benefits of high-fat dairy. All right? This is what really pisses me off. This is what we're feeding as a meal replacement to older people. Okay, there's corn syrup in this shit. There's sugar, there's vegetable oils. Okay, okay, soya. Give me a break. Where's the omegas? You know, where's the animal fats? Why is it so low in saturated fat?
So bad.
Okay, it's guys, it's freaking ridiculous. All I'm gonna eat today is those 2 freaking steaks, 8 eggs, a can of this, and tuna. Hooah meets all fats, all proteins, and every single nutrient. There's vitamin C in there. All right, if you can, guys, get that non-pasteurized milk when the cheese, when it's made. The cheese, get that non-pasteurized raw milk if you can, boys and girls. Get some vitamin K if this would be grass-fed cows. Milk from grass-fed cows be way higher in K2. Here you go. All right, guys. just to give you an idea during a busy week, what usually I rotate around my meals while I incorporate the warrior diet, usually, which pretty much I try and get all my stuff in one meal or within a 4-hour period. There are days though that I'll get up and I'll eat all day. I like mixing it up. Intermittency is key to success here. Mix it up. Keep your body guessing. Pretend you're out in a while and you're a hunter and gatherer. You don't have an eating routine. You're switching it up. You eat like a friggin' horse one day. You might go fast 2 more days. You might eat things through an 8-hour period. You might eat one meal a day. Just mix it up. Don't forget that even people that complain about variety, guys, you know what? Pay attention. You'll see that even people that are just, Western dieters, often they're just rotating around 20 different things, and once in a while they throw in special recipes. And it's the same thing here. No, I eat variety. All right. It's just that in a busy world, if I want to get up, I want to make sure that I get everything that's going to build my body and make me stronger every day. So this is an example of what I would go after. Like today, I'm going to have definitely these 2 steaks. I'm going to have some cheese. I might have later on 1 fillet of salmon. I eat 4 to 8 eggs every day, which completes literally all of my vitamins. And then after today, I'm going to go after, today's one of my high omega days. I don't necessarily like just eating the cod liver in its own oil in a can. So I mix it with tuna. So I'll put like this can of tuna and I'll start taking little pieces and chewing it together. I like the muscle taste. I don't really like the very fatty, gelatiny kind of taste of this. But when you add this oily, fatty cod liver to that, it's perfect because this is dry, right? All alone. And we can't use store-bought mayonnaise anyways. So this is an idea. This is kind of what I rotate around. Yeah, for sure. I'm going to, change it up. I'll have shrimp and stuff like that. But, sometimes this will be instead a pork chop bone. If you're eating chicken, guys, stay away from the disgusting chicken breasts. They're dry as hell. You're going to have to put some kind of sugary condiment or something to get through that lean chicken breast. Please go after, and personally, I like a chicken breast with the skin on. But now I'm going after the chicken legs, the thighs, because they have a high vitamin K2. Don't forget, vitamin K2 we're all deficient in. The poor quality of our cheese, because it's pasteurized, lowers K2. Our animals are not grass-fed, so we're often deficient in K2. So I do take a supplement of K2. Unfortunately, it's soya bean, fermented soya bean, and it's called natto. That's really, I've been trying to find other supplements. K2 is all in animals. The only way of getting K2 through animal sources is that fermented soybean. So I think I don't like to eat soya, but I think the benefits of getting K2 that we might not be getting in our industrialized food chain, I think it's very important, because K2, among other things, decides where calcium is going to go. And people that have osteoporosis are being given calcium, but K2 is the guy who directs calcium. If you're calcium K2 deficient, that calcium will go and calcify the crap out of the wrong things. So K2 is what makes your bones strong. You don't need to supplement with calcium carbonate. It's bad. Calcium will fly around. I know that we think, oh, well, there is calcium in the bone, but calcium doesn't get absorbed into the bone because there's no signal from K2 to tell it to go in the right place. You're going to calcify your frickin' arteries. Again, these are the causes, not the associations of heart disease. Hyperinsulinemia causing inflammation. A high omega-6 diet causing inflammation. Oxidizing our molecules, inflaming our membranes, and oxidizing the poor LDL that is literally your nutrient transporter for all of the triglycerides, cholesterol, and vitamin D, among other things. The LDL is the transporter of all the stuff to make you strong. It's getting oxidized, and it's also using omega-6 within it because you don't have enough omega-3. So the LDL, while associated, it's just getting damaged and has no cause in heart disease.